Howdy, everybody, which is currently nobody. I'm doing another unannounced live, just kind of like I just wanted to talk from my heart. Matter of fact, I just heard my phone. Let me put that on airplane mode to keep the people at bay while we're waiting for any friend that may pop in. All right, airplane mode is on now. Hopefully, this unannounced live will take off. Um, so I just like a lot of stuff. Everybody knows, I say everybody, not everybody. A lot of people know my story, and it's just every day you're trying to juggle. And hey, JJ, how are you, sir? Once again, I just wanted pretty much just to come in and do a quick live. Sometimes when I talk, it's not always quick or rapid, not rabbit. Sometimes it could be rabbit. Rapid is what I was trying to say. Um, but I just I keep reflecting on YouTube and how much of an impact it's made on my life. I truly feel like YouTube has saved my life. It's going to sound corny as hell, and it's just you could. I feel like you can learn so much about so many different things, and I don't mean like the topics. You can learn about human behavior. You can learn about just society or there's so many different things you can learn from on YouTube. Like everybody calls it YouTube University, but I'm 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 talking from a whole new perspective. Like uh, the I every day like I wonder what's hey Mark, how are you doing? Sorry for doing this unannounced. I just trying to shout out a quick message. Um, the my message today is basically I just want to thank everybody that has uh, helped keep me alive, motivate me. Um, I really enjoy YouTube, and it just I guess like anything that can be become a compulsive behavior can be an addiction, and uh, I do have addiction to YouTube. I'm not going to lie. While I'm in transition to find like regular employment and life situations here with you know my elderly mother and all that. So, but I just felt compelled to say thank you to everybody that's helped me in any way. I don't mean like financially, like just help me uh, just stay focused on YouTube because that's definitely like a uh, another avenue that keeps me from thinking about other negative things. I'm trying to be discreet in my message here, but um, like just looking at some of the channels, like I love watching Mark Little Ridge Farm, and I'm sorry for his situation. JJ Drones, always inspirational. Scout Inquirer, I'm not going to lie, I don't know much about that channel, but every time we've had an interaction, it's always been positive. And so Avid Fisherman, I know that guy's like he's highly respected. So like when you're when you're how do I say this? When you're always surrounded by positive people, it when I say positive, like people, everybody has like there's so many interests that I have that may not be an interest of somebody else. I'll give you a perfect example. I just made a comment on a YouTube channel called SV Thunder Road. SV stands for Sailing Vessel Thunder Road, and this channel is very captivating. I don't give a rat's behind about sailboating, but the main character, guy named Brandon, is really cool dude. He's really good in front of the camera. Like I don't know, like a month and a half ago, he was at 1,000 subscribers. He's very well connected with a famous channel, and but now he's at like 4,000 subscribers, and honestly, I kid you not, I project him within 2 months to be at 10,000 subscribers. But he conducts himself very well in front of the camera, which I don't have that presence or that smooth, ability to transition and talk. But basically, it's just like I just felt this need to say thank you to everybody that keeps me motivated every day. It's very difficult to express in words. So many people do so many different varieties of channels. Like I'm going to throw out a couple of examples, like Rebecca Tuts by Yarn. I don't care about Yarn, but I care about Rebecca because she's an awesome individual. You know what I mean? Like when I was a real young kid, we did little knitting, crocheting because my grandmother pretty much forced me. But like, do I respect Rebecca's craft and her ability to just make so many people happy? Yeah. I mean, like, do I appreciate the product that she puts out? Oh, hell yeah. But I'm not a yarn dude, and I'm not critiquing anybody that does that, but it's like we all have different interests or different goals. So I'll be quite honest with you. Another one, and hey, Jason, I'm not a real big drone dude because that's like sounds like you got to be really smart to do that, and everybody knows G Money's not that smart to figure out how to fly a drone, you know. But I mean, like, I do love and respect the people that have that patience and that time to learn certain intricate passions or hobbies or crafts or whatever you want to call it. But the just YouTube can really be a magical place if you allow it to be just that. It can be a magical place. You have to always respect just other people's passions, their interests, their desires. And it's just, I don't know. I just like something I've been struggling with a little bit. This is kind of like an open confession. I'm sorry, my mom just woke up and never know what you're going to get after that. But like, there's a channel that apparently has lost respect for me, or I'm not going to speak for them, but apparently it does not really communicate with me anymore, and I'm really struggling with that because I consider us friends, and I feel like I'm putting my foot in my mouth here. I've always tried to make amends, at least as I'm older, if I've done something wrong, I want to apologize for that. And I think sometimes you see subtle signs here and there, so I'm not, how do I want to say this? I'm not begging for forgiveness. I love sitting out here when the sun's down. There's a rabbit just cruising through out here, the lanai, and stuff like that makes me feel a little bit better about life. But I tried to reach out to this one channel, like, hey man, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry. If you just say yes, or I do apologize. And during the hurricane, after the hurricane, I was under a lot of stress. I mean, like a lot of stress. And I think probably the only person that's watching this, is he's still watching this, Mark from Little Ridge Farm. He can probably understand the stress. You know, Category 5 and a major fire that destroys your livelihood and your home living. It'll really screw you up. And I did some videos that probably were maybe somewhat misconstrued, or you know, I was speaking from anger or fear or shame. I don't know how you want to say it, but I'm truly sorry. I hope the channel I offended listens one more time. Helicopters going by. I'm really sorry. I don't want some of the messages I have sent, especially after the hurricane, was just feelings from my heart, not from my brain. So I think part of the problem, it looked like I was asking for donations, and that was not. I don't think that was 100% accurate, but I will tell you, it hurts me to talk about this. It really sucks when you have to ask and beg permission to stay alive, and like so many things all happen at the same time. I really tried to put the hurricane and all that behind me. It really. I'm not going to delete any video I've posted unless YouTube tells me there's something inappropriate or something like that. It was very impactful. Jason, I appreciate your comment, brother. But I remember one video. I forget how it went, but basically it was. I forget how it went. I remember doing it. I remember when I did it, I was under a lot of duress or stress, whatever you want to call it. And I did one specific video saying that I forget how it went, and I haven't even watched the video since I posted it. To be honest with you, I know it was not all very well received, but it was about something to the nature of you shouldn't have to ask for assistance. If anybody that had a TV anywhere in this country or this world knew how devastating. If you've never been through a Category 5 hurricane, then you don't fully comprehend. If you've been through a severe storm or something like that, yes. But basically, I was what would always. This is another confession that I'm opening my heart and soul, trying to get some guilt off my chest. The one question I always hated was people asking you, what do you need? Or what do you need, brother? How can I help? And I'm like, that. Now you're putting the person who is victimized to have to turn around a dialogue. Mark is probably the only person I can understand this. But you don't want to say, I need money. So my message on that particular video, whatever it was titled, was it was out of anger, disappointment, a whole bunch of emotions. I'm sorry for doing this, but I just feel like it's just like there's so much I want to share, and I feel like I lost somebody who was a friend because maybe it was miscommunication, misinterpretation of some of the videos I did. I'm not real proud saying I lived in a shelter or lived in the back of my van for 2 months and stuff like that. Having the police wake you up at 3 in the morning because somebody thought you were going to terminate your life and have to go through that interrogation. And it's just like a whole bunch of things. Like, it's like when you go through so much, it wears on you. It really wears on you. And like, I feel like there's light on the horizon. But one thing that's important to me before I kick the bucket, I want to make amends with as many people as possible. And this one channel is like, it's being, I know there's something unresolved there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't want enemies on, there's, trust me, like there's all kinds of different types of people on YouTube. This person that no longer like really considers me in their posse or friendship circle, whatever, it kind of disturbs me because like I hold that person in high regard, and I keep trying to do say every once in a while it'll hit a nerve, and but it just I didn't come on here tonight. I didn't expect all this to spew, but maybe it's therapeutic for me to spew this. But it's just it's crazy, like so much. I've got a mom in here, 89 years old, with dementia. She doesn't even know what day of the week it is, or she can't remember what she said 5 minutes ago. So, then like, here I'm basically, fortunately, my accountant has been putting me to work this week, paying cash, doing like handyman service and stuff like that. And just more like maid service and stuff like that. But it's just, Mark, I do see your message, sir. I'm going to try. It's weird. Like, Mark, you're honestly, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but you are you're probably the only person I feel on YouTube that is in like the circle, so to speak, that understands. I just, it's crazy to have these wild, ambitious dreams. Like I've said before, it's cool to have champagne taste on a beer budget, but it's like, my life's going to expire eventually. I'm on the downslope. I hate to say it, but that's just the reality of life. And that's when I get really freaked out, when I start to realize, like, man, like your days are numbered. I talked previously about legacy. Man, I'm like, man, legacy. Like, I just like certain things just eat at me daily. Like every day that goes by and I'm not closer to my goal or my ability to give to other people, it really wears on my heart and my soul. And like I'll this is another true confession. Like one of the people I really, really want to contribute to is Mark from Little Ridge Farm. And every time I see him pop up, I feel guilt that I haven't been able to contribute in any way yet. So my contribution has been trying to share his message. Sharing a message is not really going to change his life, but I just it's so damn hard right now. And I've told people before. Matter of fact, years ago I used to write poetry. I would get really in depth about writing a poem about something, or like a lyrics, and it would had to be perfect. And then at the end of that, once I felt satisfied, I'd always tear it up, because I never wanted anybody to read any of my messages. But there's a while back, in a live Canadian fishing, what's his CFM, the guy up there in Canada, the guy that's really big in the music. I told him, I wanted to send him some lyrics and let him just run with it, if he wants to tweak it or whatever. But I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and one of the topics I want to share with him, to let him just run with it, tweak it, whatever, would be called the curse. And I have a lot of things in mind for the lyrics or the poem, what have you. And it just, I guess lately, ever since everything has transpired, I'm very much ADD. It's just like when I start to do one thing, I feel like I'm neglecting something else. And I'm like, literally, it's like you could say squirrel, and I'd be like, oh, I love squirrels. Let's look how to make squirrel soup or whatever. It's like literally ever since the hurricane and all that, it's really hard for me to get focused on certain things. And I just, I had no idea this was going to transpire tonight. I want to apologize to that one channel. I am so sorry for the misinterpretation, or somehow I offended somebody, and I've tried to make it right. I don't know what more I can do. And I just, I really, at this age of my life, I don't want enemies or, negative a snowball effect or anything like that. I truly just trying to make things right, and so I'm gonna close out this evening. It's 6:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was hard for me to talk about that stuff, and I don't know. I can honestly say I've never been to confession, but I feel like this YouTube video is like probably the closest confession I'll ever be in. We all have our own beliefs and stuff like that, but I thank everybody that's popped in. I haven't been reading every message. I just it's I still get flashbacks from the tragedies. I've had 2 Category 5 hurricanes that have destroyed my life, and now I'm like, all right, now we're springtime. We're closing in on another hurricane season. But anyway, I'm closing out, folks. Thank you for listening to the ramblings. It was not something I planned on doing, and I probably look like a jackass for just being honest. But always trying to make things right when I can, and just when you get a chance, try and help somebody else out. I'm not saying me. Please don't misinterpret that too, please. I'm just saying, if you can help a friend, a neighbor, or Mark, or whoever it is, it's so rewarding to just walk away with your head high and knowing that you're part of the solution, not part of the problem. That's my ending message. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Thanks, folks. I'm sorry I got tearful.